There was a time when Nairobi wasn't just a city, it was a stage. Between 2015 and 2019, one show captured the glitz, the chaos, and the unfiltered reality of Kenya's elite and aspiring socialites, Nairobi Diaries. From heated confrontations to high-end parties, it was raw, emotional, and unapologetically bold. But when the cameras stopped rolling, real life began, and for some that transition wasn't easy. In this episode, we revisit the faces that once ruled Kenya's screens and social media timelines. Where are they now? Who found peace, who built empires, and who simply disappeared? This is Nairobi Diaries, Where Are They Now? 2025. 10. Pendo. The sweetheart gone silent. Pendo was the heartbeat of Nairobi Diaries. Soft-spoken yet fierce, she could go from laughter to fire in a heartbeat. To fans, she was the beautiful chaos they couldn't get enough of. But when the show ended, Pendo did something unexpected. She disappeared from the scene entirely. No cameras, no headlines, just silence. Years later, whispers emerged that she had relocated to Mombasa, where she reinvented herself as an event planner and hospitality consultant. The once reality queen who defined Nairobi's nightlife now curates luxury coastal brunches for the same elite who once watched her drama unfold. In 2025, she lives a peaceful life, far from the chaos she once embodied. A quiet rebirth of a woman who had once lived out loud. 9. Mishidora, the fighter who refused to break. Few names sparked as much conversation as Mishidora. She was fearless, emotional, and brutally honest, the kind of woman who wore her scars like armor. After Nairobi Diaries, Mishi faced some of her toughest years, public controversies, financial struggles, and moments that tested her spirit. But what sets Mishi apart is her resilience. In 2025, she's transformed pain into power. She runs fitness and motivational programs that help women rebuild self-esteem and independence. She often says, "Reality TV gave me fame, but life after it gave me purpose." Mishi's journey reminds us that strength isn't loud. Sometimes, it's the quiet decision to begin again. 8. Vera Siddika, the mogul who mastered reinvention. When you think Nairobi Diaries, you think Vera Siddika, the woman who redefined Kenyan celebrity. Glamorous, confident, and strategic, Vera used the show as a launchpad for her empire. From the moment she appeared on screen, Vera understood the game. She turned controversy into currency, fame into fortune. By 2025, Vera Siddika isn't just a socialite, she's a full-fledged brand. Her beauty empire stretches from Nairobi to Dubai. Her spa line thrives, and her influence on social media remains unmatched. But perhaps the biggest twist? She's grown into a calm, nurturing mother who speaks openly about peace, growth, and building real wealth. The once divisive figure has evolved into an icon of transformation, proof that fame doesn't fade when you build substance behind it. 7. Risper Faith, the family CEO. Risper Faith's evolution is one for the books. From reality star to respected wife, mother, and businesswoman, she's built a brand anchored in stability. When Nairobi Diaries ended, many thought Risper would fade into the background. Instead, she built her empire quietly, alongside her husband, Brian Nyunga. Together, they've invested in real estate, beauty, and luxury lifestyle ventures. In 2025, Risper's name is synonymous with soft life, but earned soft life. She's a brand ambassador, influencer, and businesswoman who balances fame and family with grace. She represents the rare reality star who grew wiser, richer, and more grounded after the fame. 6. Bridget Achiang, the phoenix of pain and power. Bridget Achiang's story is one of the most emotional. She rose fast. Beauty, charm, and controversy made her a star. But fame came with pain. After personal loss, online bullying, and emotional breakdowns, Bridget vanished from Kenya's limelight. Yet from the ashes, she rebuilt her life abroad. Today, she lives in Lagos, Nigeria, running a successful fashion boutique and raising her son with pride. In interviews, Bridget speaks of choosing peace over validation and healing over attention. The woman who once trended for scandals now trends for her strength. Her story isn't about drama anymore. It's about redemption. 5. Colonel Mustafa, the comeback king. He was the cool guy, the charmer, Kenya's rap icon who brought swagger to Nairobi Diaries. But when the fame faded, Mustafa faced harsh realities, financial struggles, heartbreak, and the loneliness that comes when the cameras go dark. In 2023, a viral video showed him working at a construction site to make ends meet. It broke the nation's heart, but it also reignited his story. In 2025, Mustafa has bounced back. He's recording new music, doing brand deals, and using his story to inspire young artists about humility and resilience. His journey reminds Kenyans that no fall is final. Sometimes it's just a plot twist before your greatest comeback. Risper, Capello, the lover boy turned actor. Capello was the heartthrob, the one who made Nairobi Diaries a guilty pleasure. But unlike others, he turned reality fame into acting mastery. Today, Louis stars in multiple local and regional films. He's respected for his discipline, talent, and consistency. Gone is the flirtatious reality star. In his place stands a serious actor who's carved a career in an industry many thought he couldn't survive in. Louis' transformation proves that fame can be a foundation, not a ceiling. 3's Nodiflo, the rebel turned revolutionary. Nodiflo was the wild card, bold, fearless, and always 2 steps ahead of her time. She shocked, provoked, and inspired all at once. But behind her controversies was a woman pushing for freedom, artistic, social, and personal. In 2025, Nodiflo is one of the most unapologetic advocates for women's empowerment and LGBTQ+ rights in Kenya. She's still making music, still speaking out, but with purpose and poise. Her evolution from rebel to revolutionary has turned her into a voice for those who refuse to conform. 2. Vera Siddika, the woman who created the chaos. Often forgotten in the spotlight was the mind that created the madness. Vera Siddika, the producer behind Nairobi Diaries. Her vision was bold: to create a reality show that mirrored Kenya's social elite and their unfiltered lives. Critics called it messy. Fans called it addictive. In 2025, Rhodas remains a force in Kenya's entertainment scene, mentoring new producers and working on reality projects that explore fame, wealth, and modern African identity. Without her, Nairobi Diaries would never have existed. She turned chaos into culture. 1. The legacy of Nairobi Diaries, the show that changed everything. A decade later, Nairobi Diaries remains unmatched. It was messy, loud, glamorous, and raw, but it was real. The show opened the door for influencer culture in Kenya, normalizing brand deals, personal branding, and social media entrepreneurship. It inspired a new generation of digital creators who learned that being seen could be profitable. Whether you loved or hated it, Nairobi Diaries defined a moment in time when Kenya learned that fame could be both a blessing and a curse. Its stars may have gone their separate ways, but together they shaped the future of entertainment. Nairobi Diaries wasn't just a TV show. It was a mirror of Kenya's modern identity, the hunger for success, the cost of fame, and the unending search for belonging. As we look back in 2025, we realize it gave us more than drama. It gave us lessons about evolution, redemption, and resilience. Tell us in the comments, who was your favorite cast member, and do you think Kenya is ready for a Nairobi Diaries reboot? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep watching The Kenyan Star, where every story is a piece of who we are.